So what are you hearing back home about SNAP expiring on Saturday?
I'm saying that I will witness it firsthand. My wife, Giselle, she develops the free store in our community, and it distributes food 3 times a week. And her lines have already got longer. And now I will encounter people that have no SNAP benefits starting on Saturday, and I don't have an explanation for them. All I could say is, I'm sorry. It's an absolute failure what occurred here for the last month, and now things are really going to land. And imagine being a parent with a couple kids and how you're going to fill their refrigerator and pack their lunches and get on with their lives when the things that they've depended on now is gone because we can't even agree to just open things up.
Democrats say, why not just pass a bill on SNAP and leave it at that? Is that the right approach?
Well, I'm saying it's like, why can't we pay those officers? It's the world's biggest lethal military in the world has relied on a donor to pay our service members last week. I mean, that's a disgrace. I mean, what kind of message does that send to the world right now? And that's the point. I promise you, there's no hungry people in my state or in this nation that's going to be like, well, who's going to blink or who's winning and all this other things. We have to find a way forward. And I do fundamentally believe there would be a conversation to extend those tax credit to make insurance more affordable in my state and across this nation. But to put that in context, you have 2 million people on SNAP in my state, and over 400,000 are receiving those kind of tax credits. So it's a loser for America, and now these lives are really, really going to be impacted. And I mean, for a Democrat, I can't imagine a more sacred part of who we fight for is people that depend on SNAP to feed themselves. I mean, if for a Democrat, we're not allowed to just open this up, I mean, then our party has bigger problems than I thought we might have already. It's like, that's not controversial. Pay everybody. And you have our workers here borrowed over $350 million to pay their own bills. Like, it's a failure. And like I said, to all of the viewers, I'm apologizing that we can't even get our together and just open up our government.
Schumer said this gets better politically every day for Democrats. What do you say to that?
Yeah, well, ask the hungry people on Saturday. It's like, that's the thing. Americans are not leveraged. This is not some game show about who's winning or whatever. It's just like we have to be better than this and just open this up. And I do, talk to any number of Republicans who they agree that we have this conversation about extending these tax credits.
Do you think the elections next week are going to change anything here? Do you think it'll make it harder? Or do you think the elections next week are going to change the dynamics up here?
I don't. But I would be the kinds of pressure that will begin to bear next week. And what is that pressure? That pressure is Americans not able to feed themselves. Kids in Head Start, WIC, all of these things. That's my point. I mean, this is just no way. This is no way to continue, and it's not sustainable. And like I said, I've said this from the beginning. It's like it's a loser, and the biggest loser are Americans in the middle of this mess.
fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.